long time ago. And year after year, you weathered the storm and just lived with the damage that was left behind. But even after all this time, your thyroid eye disease could still change. Restoration is still possible. Learn how you could give your eyes a fresh start at tedhelp.com.
Hi, E.T.
Tomorrow on ET, we are all about the VMAs because we are exclusive backstage and everything that you don't see on the show, you're going to see on ET, including what?
When Cardi and Meg come off that stage.
Thank you.
Yes,
because that's all I want to see.
But before we go, if you are that one person that didn't see Barbie in the theater,
it's the biggest movie of the year. Everybody saw it, clearly.
Right, they did. But guess what? Now you get to see it at home because starting today, it is on demand and on digital. You can sit home, have your dance party at home, watch it.
Sure.
Happening now.
Violent crime is down, but the Bexar County DA and San Antonio police chief say gun crimes are up. Coming up, why the DA says constitutional carry is to blame.
A mix-up in landlords may have the owner of this boxing gym out on the street. We'll tell you what's at stake coming up next.
And we have a window of opportunity for rain as early as tomorrow, as well as better rain chances later this week. We'll talk about it all in a bit. The news at 5 starts right now.
The recent open carry law of Texas may please gun owners, but two top law enforcement officers in Bexar County say it's led to more gun crime. The Bexar County District Attorney and San Antonio's police chief have not agreed on much lately, but they do on this.
Daniela Ibarra with a key point in last night's packed public safety town hall and why at least one other expert agrees.
In San Antonio, the police department says violent crime is down. But Chief William McManus says violence has not gone away.
We've got boyfriends shooting, ex-boyfriends shooting new boyfriends. We've got ex-girlfriends shooting new boyfriends. We've got sons shooting fathers, fathers shooting sons.
As for property crimes, McManus says those are up. Bexar County DA Joe Gonzalez says that does not help with gun violence.
All those people have access to guns. What we are seeing today, though, is the access to guns is increased exponentially because people are breaking into cars and taking guns.
And with Texas's constitutional carry law in place, District Attorney Joe Gonzalez highlights what he sees as one of its consequences.
What we are seeing is that people are having access to guns that really have no business carrying guns.
The law allows Texas gun owners to carry without a license or training. Gonzalez says he doesn't want to take away guns from those who follow the law.
You have a right to carry. You have a right to have a weapon.
Not just San Antonio, it's really everywhere. All Texas communities are impacted by this crisis.
Nicole Golden is the executive director of Texas Gun Sense, a nonprofit focused on public safety. With 5 San Antonio police officers shot in the span of 2 weeks, Golden says that shows the impact of loosened gun restriction.
It's dangerous for law enforcement. It's dangerous for Texas communities.
While the two men agree on that, they do not have a consensus on why there are so many dangerous criminals still on the street who were released early or on a low bond.
We need to figure out a better way to take hands out of people that don't have any business with us.
Daniela Ibarra, KSAT 12 News.
As for one of the recent cases where an SAPD officer was injured during a confrontation with a suspect, we now have a name and a medical condition. He is Officer Jose Bernal Rodriguez. He was shot in an ambush a week ago by a suspect who had a sawed-off shotgun. It happened in the 200 block of Iroquois Street on the southwest side. Police Chief William McManus said Bernal Rodriguez was chasing Dominic Rubio when Rubio picked up a sawed-off shotgun and shot the officer as he turned the corner. Rodriguez, who had been with SAPD for 4 years, was shot in the arm and the torso, but is recovering. Other SAPD officers took Rubio into custody. He's now charged with attempted capital murder of a police officer.
Brother against brother. An argument escalates, leaving one brother in critical condition tonight. Police in Seguin say this weekend, 22-year-old Trayvell Simmons arrested following a fight with his older brother, Terry Simmons Jr. According to officers, when they arrived in the 1100 block of Clark Drive, they found Terry with multiple stab wounds. He was brought here to San Antonio to be treated. Trayvell was taken into custody without incident. He was booked into the Guadalupe County Jail, is charged with aggravated assault, family violence. That incident still under investigation.
A local boxing gym that has been a positive and safe space for teens on the West Side now facing an uncertain future.
Yeah, the landlord is threatening to shut it down altogether. Our Jonathan Cotto with why that gym is in jeopardy and how the owner worries his mission to help troubled kids could be cut short.
It's a small boxing gym on the West Side.
Well, we opened up last November of last year, and we've been here ever since.
Previously on Colorado Street, Juan Cardona says they moved for more space.
More room to breathe, more bags, so that way we could take in more kids, more boxers, just a little bit more freedom in this gym.
The boxing gym is facing a serious threat. A man claiming to be the owner of the building wants them out.
This guy comes out of nowhere, says that he's a real owner, that the original guy should have never subleased. Now he says he wants us out of here within a week.
Cardona says he signed a 2-year lease with a person claiming to be the landlord of the building, good through December 2024.
He does want to do new terms. He does want to redo first month's, last month's rent, and another down payment, which we shouldn't, since we already have a contract for 2 years. And I believe, doing that, it just, it's not fair.
The potential closure of Cardona's boxing gym would not only affect its members, but the broader community. This gym has served as a place for mentorship, physical fitness, and an alternative for less desirable activities for the local youth.
It's not just to learn boxing, but it's also self-control, anger. We have some fighters that do have certain health issues that they want to work on. A little bit of everything.
Cardona and his staff now confused, but more so heartbroken at the possibility of closing its doors to the dozens of kids they serve.
Just thank you for all the support that we've been getting. We've been getting messages from all other gyms, willing to take us in. So yeah, we appreciate everybody.
He says while the legalities of the situation get ironed out, he hopes the landlord will give them more than just a couple of days to close up shop. Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
This is a confusing situation. We're learning the man who subleased the space to the Cardona's gym is attempting to work things out with the landlord. He says he has the contract and the receipts that allowed him to rent out the building and proof the tenants have been paying their rent. That's the gym. We'll be following the story closely and let you know what happens.
Happening this evening, SAPD ISD says it is time to right size, a term being used to describe the possible closure of schools next year. How parents and others feel about that, though, the subject of tonight's final public meeting. It's at 6 o'clock this evening at Longfellow Middle School on East Sunshine Drive. This meeting is the last one before the San Antonio ISD School Board hears the district's proposals next week. Trustees are expected to vote on a final plan in November. You could read more about SAISD's right-sizing efforts right now at KSAT.com.
It's a rare collection that's now available to the public to touch, see up close and personal, and even read. We're talking about rare books, from very tiny books to life-size books. The Special Collections Library at UTSA's main campus on Loop 1604. Filled with thousands of rare books. In fact, the library has more than 40,000 rare books offering readers works in Latin, 16th century poetry, even current modern cookbooks and history. The collection contains works from authors from around the country as well as locally.
Some of them are reflecting on some stories that they heard growing up. Some of them are reflecting on historical research that they've done, and some of them are reflecting on the pandemic and how that affected them.
To see these books and others like them in person, you can make an appointment with the library, reserve your time in the reading room to read, and browse the book you choose.
Making headlines, new frightening developments involving that escaped killer in Pennsylvania. Police say that he is now armed with a rifle, and he was spotted just last night.
ABC's Morgan Norwood in Pennsylvania, where police now believe they have him confined in a definite search zone.
The manhunt for escaped Pennsylvania killer Danilo Cavalcante growing more urgent as police say the fugitive is now armed with a rifle.
We've got this suspect contained in an area. We're putting all of our resources on it. All of our assets are being deployed. And I know that this is a moment of deep worry and anxiety all across Pennsylvania.
More than 500 law enforcement officers fanning out across North Chester County. Tactical teams combing the woods, troopers on horseback, scouring the area where police say Cavalcante was last spotted, stealing a rifle from a homeowner's garage who confronted him, even firing a shot from his handgun. The escaped murderer then grabbing the homeowner's .22 caliber rifle before he fled. Police say they arrived in minutes, finding Cavalcante's prison shoes and sweatshirt, which then allowed search dogs to track a fresh scent.
The last description we have is that he had no shirt on. We have no reason to believe that he has other clothing immediately accessible to him.
Cavalcante has been on the run for nearly 2 weeks after escaping the Chester County prison, evading capture despite multiple sightings and slipping through a 4-square-mile containment zone.
What we're focused on is apprehending him. We recognize there's going to be ups and downs in these types of situations, and we try and stay even-keeled. Law enforcement, I think, has responded well to each and every piece of information that we've got, and I'm confident we're going to get this guy.
And police do not believe Cavalcante was injured after being shot at by that homeowner. Schools, though, in that search zone have been closed, and authorities are asking residents to be on alert to secure their homes and vehicles, and of course, not to approach the suspect. I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Chester County, Pennsylvania.
Another day under 100, 95 for our high temperature. And you may have noticed the clouds in the sky. Nice to see a little variety to our sky rather than just bright blue. We actually have some variety out there. The average high 91. Obviously, we're 4 degrees above that, but we're going to stay below 100 for the foreseeable future here. Del Rio, an exception at 101, along with Floresville 101. Santa Maria, though, 98. Leon Springs right now 93. Around Lavernia, we're at 98 degrees, and Mico right now at 94. There is a weak boundary stalled overhead a stationary front, but it's not impacting our temperatures that significantly right now. We'll look at where it is impacting temperatures in just a bit. This evening, partly cloudy, northeast wind at 5 to 10. By midnight, we're down to 80 degrees. And look at our temperature trend for the next several days. 94 tomorrow, a little bit warmer on Thursday, 98, but it does look like we'll stay in the mid-90s for the most part over the next 7 days. Rain chances looking better for some days than others. We'll look at that in just a bit.
Thank you, Adam. Let's take a look outside right now. We've got breaking traffic news out here. This is I-10 in De Zavala. I think it's the eastbound access road off of I-10. We're looking back towards UTSA Boulevard. You can see the access road only has one lane open, had no lanes open just moments ago. There is a vehicle that's turned sideways, kind of right behind that ambulance that's nearest the camera. No idea exactly what's happening here, but you can see very few people getting by. It is a mess at I-10 in De Zavala. It's straight ahead on KSAT 12 News at 5. Leasing versus buying a new car. It's an age-old question, but with new prices so high, is now the time to lease? We asked the money experts next.
I'm Myra Arthur here in the newsroom, and here's what we're working on for the news at 6 o'clock today. A murder for hire case playing out in a Bexar County courtroom. How much the prosecution alleges the defendant was paid to kill a man. Plus, September is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, and we're bringing that awareness front and center. We share a former Marine's journey and how financial wellness is an important factor in mental health. All that and more today on the news at 6.
Myra, there's some good news if you're wanting to buy a new car. New car prices are leveling off. The bad news, they're still high.
Yeah, leveling off at an exorbitant amount. That may make leasing a new car an attractive alternative. 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz looks at what you should negotiate when doing the deal.
The average price of a new car is now more than $48,000. No wonder this year leasing will account for 21% of new car sales.
I think people prefer to lease out a car versus purchasing a new one because they always have the latest technology and the newest models.
And comparing to buying new with a loan, leasing a car will lower your bill by an average $139 a month.
You just have to keep in mind that there are mileage restrictions and potential excess wear and tear charges that could come along with leasing.
After you find the car you want, it's time to negotiate.
you can negotiate the vehicle's overall price, which is also known as the capitalized costs in leasing. And that can significantly lower your monthly payments. So try and strike a deal that suits your budget.
Other things to negotiate are your lease interest rate, also called the money factor, and your mileage allowance if you think you'll drive more than the standard limit. If you're considering an electric vehicle, a federal tax credit of $7,500 might make leasing more appealing.
While the tax credit for buying an EV comes with a lot of restrictions, where it's built, how much it costs, where the battery comes from, those all go out the window if you lease. The dealer can claim the full $7,500 tax credit. So first, negotiate your best price and then make sure that the dealer passes that on to you by taking it off the overall price of the car.
But what about leasing a used car? Consumer Reports says don't do it. Not only do you have higher interest rates, but the original warranty will be expired and you'll be making the repairs on a car you're not even keeping. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Taking a look outside with Live Cam. You're right, Adam. The skies have been really pretty lately. And the temperature, too.
Yeah, nice combination. And we've had some instances of rain locally and elsewhere, especially west of town earlier today. And then we got some of the leftover clouds locally. Weather headlines: isolated rain possible this week, even a better chance toward the end of the week as we come into Friday. And as I showed you earlier, no more triple-digit days, at least not that we're expecting. All right, take a look at our rainfall chances going forward. I want to jump right into this. Tomorrow, 30% chance. Thursday down to 20%. Friday, we boosted up to 40%. And that's just briefly up into the scattered category, but that does last into Friday night. And then Saturday, some lingering chances at about 20%. So here's the big picture. Our overall weather pattern right now. We've got kind of a smile-shaped stationary front over Texas, stretching into New Mexico as well. This does have some cooler air on the north side of it. We'll look at that cooler air in a moment, but also these fronts can help to trigger some showers and thunderstorms. It's not a very strong one, but every little bit of help we can get, of course, we're going to take. Not only that, we've got this little dip in the upper level flow near El Paso. It's a very subtle dip in the upper level flow and a very small shortwave that we call it. But still, it could be just enough as it comes overhead right on top of that stationary front, paralleling it up above us, could be just enough to help kickstart more showers and thunderstorms as we get into tomorrow afternoon and even tomorrow evening. Now, some models are a little more aggressive than others, to put it lightly. This is one of the more conservative models, and taking it through time, notice how it has most of the rain closer to San Angelo. That's what it has right now, but this can change every model run. So, of course, I'll have an update coming up on the night beat with the latest. But right now, it keeps the bulk of the rain just north of San Antonio and then some isolated activity possible throughout the afternoon and early evening hours. And really, anywhere across our area, you've got that 30% chance. I don't think we really have better odds west or east or even north-south across the KSAT 12 viewing area. Here's another way to look at it tomorrow. 11 a.m., 10% chance. 1 o'clock, 20%. And then 3 p.m. all the way through about 8 p.m., we're at that 30% chance. So it's something. I know it's not a lot, but it's something. And then, as I mentioned before, Friday, a little more of a shift in our weather pattern gives us a slightly better shot at more numerous showers and storms. Okay, let's talk temperatures. 94 out there. Yesterday, we broke our most recent triple-digit streak. 97, today 94. You're liking this trend? I'm liking it myself. You look farther to the north and temperatures fall off even more. Look at Fredericksburg at 82, Junction 80 degrees. Midland 64, Lubbock 66, Amarillo 69. They're on the cooler side of that stationary boundary, and also significant cloud cover across those areas, helping to mitigate their temperatures. Tomorrow morning, we start the day at 75, 87 at noon, 94 the high temperature, and east wind at 5 to 10. 98 Cotulla tomorrow, Del Rio 96. We'll be in the upper 80s, though, in the hill country, even 89 in Kerrville. That's better than triple digits that we've been experiencing very lately. Von Army 95 and Stone Oak 93 tomorrow afternoon. Here's our best chance of rain. We talked about it Friday afternoon, Friday evening, and even into Friday night. Right now, we've got it at a 40% chance, but keep in mind the forecast is fluid. We'll be fine-tuning these numbers. And by the way, coming up at 6, we'll look at the tropics and a space station flyover this evening. I'll have those details at 6.
Thank you, Adam.
All right, so the Texans lost, but they didn't look like the same old Texans this weekend.
I didn't think they did, and it's only week 1, so there's plenty of room to continue to improve, and that's kind of the storyline. As Houston had several promising performances in its week 1 loss, especially on defense. And speaking of, UTSA's immediate success defensively is a sign of familiarity. Rashad Wisdom tells us what's going right.
It's just hard to get good when you haven't played a lot, and nobody wants to hear that because we're in a microwave society, right? And we just want it. Give me my popcorn, give me my whatever, give me my nachos in 25 seconds. Let me crush them. Or sometimes, a good old barbecue that sits out there and simmers and slowly cooks is a really good meal.
UTSA's offense not seeing immediate success like the defense is, but head coach Jeff Traylor says give it more time. It's time for Big Board Sports. There are a majority returning pieces to this year's Roadrunners defense, which has helped the unit get off to a fast and effective start. 10 tackles behind the line of scrimmage they had on Saturday while holding Texas State to 31 yards on the ground.
We're very assignment sound this year. I feel like everybody has a good understanding of the defense, where they should be in the defense and where everybody else is. I feel like we've been very disciplined. I feel like we've just been playing as a team. Being physical is just part of us, it's part of our brand, is who we are. And we've been doing that for sure.
Army West Point, who is also 1-1, visits the Alamo City this Friday for a 6 o'clock kickoff with UTSA. Then on September 23rd, the Roadrunners will be in Knoxville for a 3 p.m. kickoff against Tennessee.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
Looking back at the Houston Texans season opener against the Baltimore Ravens, it wasn't all that pretty on offense. C.J. Stroud was sacked 5 times in his debut, but defensively there were a couple of bright spots, including 3rd overall pick Will Anderson Jr. getting his first sack of his career, and he was asked, was his first sack being more special being on Lamar Jackson?
Oh, of course. What you sign up for when you get ready to play Lamar. He was a great quarterback, really good going in and out of the pocket, using his legs, also a good passer. So I feel like we could have did a better job in some instances, of containing him a little bit more. But I think as a defensive line, we grew, we learned from our lessons, and we can, improve going into this next week.
The Houston Texans will host the Indianapolis Colts in their home opener this Sunday at noon.
Coach Traylor's making me hungry.
Yeah.
Popcorn, nachos, good barbecue.
And he's right.
It's dinner time. Yeah, he does have a point, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thanks, Mary.
We'll be right back. We're going to take another look at this accident, or we're not even really sure what it is. There are still emergency responders on the scene here at I-10 at De Zavala, but as you can see, traffic in that area is no longer blocked all the way across the road. There was at least one lane of cars able to go down that access road and enter the highway.
Yeah, this part of the roadway was completely blocked and completely shut down for a long time. The access road off I-10 at De Zavala, it's eastbound. This is the view from UTSA Boulevard, gives you a better scene from that side. It's between UTSA and De Zavala.